First of all, I would actually like to thank all the participants actually that are attending right now, and also to inform them that South Sudan has actually developed a lot of areas of their interest, and also some of the priorities which are also important for COP26. But before I go on that, I would actually like to reflect back on some of the activities that the country is actually undergoing. And one of the first things that I would actually like to inform and actually to tell the member of the IGAD is that South Sudan has submitted the second national determined contribution that is having 14 sectors in it. And under it, it has also submitted within the same document the resource mobilization strategies as well as the communication strategy. And our national determined contribution is actually done in a way that it is going to be implemented sector by sectors, ministry by ministries. And also in terms of finance, under the same, our national determined contribution, we had actually allocated about 9 billion, actually 9 billion to be mobilized within the domestic for the next 10 years, while the almost 90 billion has to come from the international organizational mechanism and also from our bilateral institutions. So this is what I would like to say. And also we have also completed our first NAP. It will be submitted today. I was waiting for the final signature to receive it right now from the president. So that one will be submitted immediately, either today or maybe in the next 1 hour if the meeting is finished actually. Regarding to some of the priorities actually for South Sudan, in regarding to the COP, one of the first priority for South Sudan is on issues of adaptation. And on issues of adaptation, actually, we actually focus on the mean of implementation. We should provide finance for the implementation of some of the activities under adaptations. That also include also providing the issues of technology transfer, as well as providing the issues of capacity buildings to make sure that we adapt to the climate change. The other second one also that I would actually like to highlight, and is a priority for the government also, is on issues of mitigation, looking at the issues of financing on some of the items which are actually project related to mitigation. Look at tree plantings, because South Sudan has actually put in place strategies of planting 100 million trees within the time frame of 10 years. And in light of that, we also think that it is important to complete on that and also to provide financing for that. And also in light of that, we also look at the issues of financing for renewable energy as a way to reduce our emissions. And these are the key issues that we actually target under mitigation, and we think that mitigation is a key for us. The third one is actually related to loss and damage. As you know that South Sudan is one of the countries that has been majorly affected by floods. And around 7 states in South Sudan are actually affected already by floods. And that means that the issues of loss and damage associated to the impact of climate change are so critical. And that's why the issues of Santiago network on loss and damage actually has to be speed up and to be established for that case. While the fourth one that I would actually like to look into is the issues of finance itself. And this is one thing that we actually think that as South Sudan, the issues of financial architecture has to be put into place. And the goal of mobilizing $100 billion is a key for South Sudan. And we actually recommend and also encourage the other member states, mostly the member state of the IGADs, to make sure that we stay strong to make sure that the issues of climate finance are actually addressed, and also to be provided, and also at the same time to be assessed. I mean, if they say that there's a lot of finance flow around, the money is not being seen. So, and in regard to some of the report that has actually been provided, it indicates that the amount of money that is coming to most of this region, mostly the IGA region, is actually not that much. And we like to make sure that we put up our socks and make sure that we mobilize more on the issues of finance. The other thing also that I would actually like to highlight, and is a key for South Sudan, is the issues of Coroniva joint work on agriculture. Haven't been part of that, and we have been discussing a lot of issues. We think that it is the right time for us to move away from negotiation to implementation. And this is the key thing, that we have to start implementing some of the decisions that we have already made so far. And that means that under the same negotiation, we want to make sure that the Coronivia joint work on agriculture has to be maintained under the convention. And also, we would also like to also inform the other member states which are present here, the member state from the IGAD, that it is important to establish a committee or to make it as a constituted body, the Coronivia joint work, so that to discuss on the issues of agriculture under the convention. And this is one of the priorities for South Sudan, to make sure that the issues of establishment of the committee or the constituted body for Coronivia joint works is a key toward this. And we are looking forward in COP26 to make sure that some of the decisions came out regarding to the Coronivia joint work on agriculture. There are so many other priorities that are there, looking at technology transfer, looking at the issues of capacity building. But there are also the two key issues that I would like to highlight. The issues of finalization of the Paris rule book. As we know that the Paris rule book has not been finalized, we think that the issues related to Article 6, the issues of Article 6, looking at the share of proceeds, corporations, has to be actually finalized and to be put into it, while at the same time the issues of markets and the non-market approaches has to be looked into that, and then also to be finalized. So in light of that, Philip, these are the key issues that I would actually like to highlight. But as we know that everything that we do in South Sudan, we have to mainstream issues of gender and climate change into our issues. So the issues of gender mainstreaming is a key, and we should be taking forward that, while also in the involvement of the role of youth and the women, while at the same time the local communities in addressing the issues of climate change is a key for South Sudan. And that's why at this time, to the COP, we are taking up actually some people from the grassroots to speak at some of the forums regarding to the indigenous knowledge, because it is key actually to consider that. And as it has been indicated by the report, the IPC reports, that the warming is actually becoming alarm, and we have to take issues seriously. So the issues of adaptation are key, and this is one thing that I would like to say. In case I couldn't present on some of the issues, it is just because of time, and also because I've been running up and down, and I could not have a presentation, a key presentation that is common, but I have to touch on some of the key issues as we go forward. And Philip, thank you so much for organizing this organization. And also thank you, IGAD, for bringing the member state together. And I can see that even some of my colleagues are also here. I've seen also George, which is there, and I hope he will also give us more on it. So thank you, and George, welcome to the forum.